Sunsplash FM lórí òkè téńté ẹ̀fọn láàyè làwa wà.
Sunsplash FM, a lively choice.
The time is 5 o'clock. Good evening and welcome to Spectrum Hatch 5 on Sunsplash FM F1 Alaye Ekiti Stage, where we bring you news updates and beautiful stories. I am at the Yige. First, the top stories. Supreme Court judgment offers Oyebanji fresh opportunity. Reps order Inspector General of Police to produce fake agency DG at the Yemi within 48 hours. So business news, Red Sea hostilities could disrupt global oil supply, maritime trade says. To sport news, matching slam anti-Argentina criticisms after 2026 World Cup. Two news beyond Nigerian 31 bodies found as UK funeral director faces jail. So the news in detail. And All Progressives Congress shifting in Ekiti State, Enrich Akomalafe has described the Supreme Court judgment affirming Governor Biodun Oyebanji as the party's candidate in last month's governorship election as another opportunity to deepen the state's development agenda. Akomalafe said this in a statement issued in Ado-Ekiti today while congratulating Oyebanji on the Hyper Scouts verdict. He described the judgment as a victory for democracy and the collective will of the people of Ekiti State. And APC governorship aspirant Abimbola Olawumi had challenged Oyebanji's emergency as the party's candidate. However, the Supreme Court on Friday dismissed the suit and affirmed Oyebanji as the APC candidate. Moving to Osun State. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has declared Tuesday, July 28, 2026 a work-free day for public servants. The governor's directive is that the work-free day is to ensure they collect their permanent voters' cards ahead of the forthcoming governorship election. The directive, conveyed in a circular issued by the head of service, Eda Anyalaye Aino, appeals to all categories of public servants, including local government workers and staff of tertiary institutions. All these were detailed in today's statement signed by the governor's spokesperson, Olawale Rashid. The state government said the decision was aimed at enabling public servants to perform their civic obligations ahead of the forthcoming governorship election and future elections in the state. Moving to Delta State. Popular Niger Delta environmental rights activist and development advocate Sheriff Mulade has called on governors of states in the region to take proactive measures to mitigate the impact of the flooding forecast by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency. He warned that failure to act promptly could result in devastating humanitarian and environmental consequences. Mulade made the call in a statement made available to journalists in Warri, Delta State today. The environmental advocates appealed to governors across the Niger Delta to work collaboratively with relevant federal government agencies, emergency management organizations, local government authorities, and community stakeholders to develop and implement effective flood mitigation strategies. Moving to Bayelsa State. The Bayelsa State chapter of the People's Democratic Party has unveiled a 20 million naira palace project for the traditional ruler of Elebele community in Ogbia local government area as it moves to consolidate support in the home community of former President Goodluck Jonathan ahead of the 2027 governorship election. The state chairman of the PDP, George Turner, announced the project yesterday during a reception organized for her former chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, Gabriel Claudius, popularly known as 1 Million Man, and his supporters who defected to the PDP. The PDP chairman said the event was not a campaign rally, but a homecoming for Claudius and his supporters, adding that the party remained committed to restoring political and economic prosperity in the state. Earlier, Claudius pledged to work with his supporters to strengthen the PDP and ensure its victory in future elections. The event was attended by PDP candidates for the National Assembly, State House of Assembly candidates, party leaders, and supporters from across Bayelsa State. Moving to Ondo State. The Ondo State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission has denied involvement in the ongoing leadership crisis rocking the State House of Assembly. Crisis erupted in the Assembly as 21 of the 26 members signed the impeachment notice of the Speaker, Mr. Olamide Oladiji, following allegations of financial misconduct. The Speaker was alleged to have diverted a sum of 44 million naira for reordering the budget of the Osopadek. The angry members had given the Speaker till Sunday to resign or face a picture of Media and Corporate Affairs, Gozan Ewacha. On Saturday, Ospadek denied media reports linking it with the controversy on the 44 million naira allegedly misappropriated by the House leadership. According to the statement, all interactions between the Commission and the State House of Assembly were conducted strictly within the framework of constitutional provisions, statutory obligations, and established administrative procedures, stressing that moving to Anambra State. Police and other emergency responders today launched a rescue operation after a two-story student hostel Elite 5-star lodge in Amupala, near the Federal Polytechnic Oko, Orumba, North Local Government area in Anambra State collapsed yesterday night. The emergency teams, including the State Fire Service, State Emergency Authority, and other relevant agencies, have rescued some victims trapped under the rubble or as authorities continue searching for other feared trapped. As of the time of filing this report, about 3 victims have been rescued from the rubble and are currently receiving medical attention at St. Michael Hospital, Oko. Officials have yet to confirm the number of casualties, while investigations into the cause of the collapse continue. Rescue operations are still ongoing. Moving to Kaduna State, no fewer than 30 people, including 9 children, have been killed after suspected terrorists attacked Narido village in Kamaru ward of Kawira local government area of Kaduna State, and the latest wave of violence to hit communities in southern Kaduna. The attackers reportedly stormed the community around 11 p.m. yesterday, shooting indiscriminately, setting houses ablaze and leaving scores of residents dead, while others sustained injuries. The secretary to the village head of Narido, Mr. Dogo Rana, confirmed the attack to a correspondent online in a telephone interview today. According to him, 30 people have so far been confirmed dead, including 8 children, while 4 others sustained critical injuries and are receiving treatment. Efforts to obtain the reaction of the Kaduna State Police Command were unsuccessful as calls to the police public relations officer, DSP Mansi Hassan, were not answered. A text message sent to his telephone line had yet to receive a response as of the time of filing this report. Other meantime, a multi-vehicle crash involving articulated trucks and other vehicles on Kara Bridge along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway caused hours of gridlock today, leaving commuters and transport operators stranded. The crash restricted traffic along the busy corridor, with motorists calling for long overdue safety improvements to reduce the frequency of accidents on the bridge. As of the time of filing this report, there were no confirmed casualties from the incident. Emergency responders and traffic officials were at the scene managing the situation and working to clear the affected vehicles to restore the free flow of traffic. The cause of the crash had yet to be officially determined. Moving on, former Vice President and presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress, Atiku Abubakar, today launched a scathing attack on the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu over the latest killings in southern Kaduna, declaring that the massacre of innocent residents in Kauru local government area is a damning verdict on the government handle of insecurity. Reaction to report in a statement today that scores of people were killed in fresh attacks and communities in southern Kaduna, Atiku described the incident as a painful reminder that the federal government has failed in its constitutional duty to protect the lives and property of Nigerians. Atiku said no administration could lay claim to progress while citizens continue to be slaughtered in their homes and communities by armed criminals operating without fear of consequences. According to him, the priority of any responsible government should be the protection of its citizens rather than seeking international recognition while communities across this country remain on the siege. Moving on, former national coordinator and chief executive officer of the National Social Investment Program Agency, Halima Shehu, has denied allegations that she diverted 44 billion naira, insisting that no funds were transferred to her personal account. Speaking during an interview on Orange Television today, Shehu said she alerted anti-graft agencies and other relevant authorities to alleged financial irregularities within the agency before her suspension in December 2023. According to her, she discovered weak financial controls shortly after assuming office and raised concerns with the then Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Betta Edu, and other officials. The former NSIBA boss further claimed that she formally petitioned the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission over the alleged violations before she was suspended. She maintained that rather than being protected as a whistleblower, she was removed from office barely 10 weeks after escalating the matter. Rejecting allegations that she diverted 44 billion naira, she said investigators never traced any funds to her or members of her family. You are still listening to Sunsplash FM F1 Alaye, and you can also follow us on our website www.sunsplash.fm, where we will bring beautiful stories and news updates. You can also interact with us live on our website and call us on our website as well. The news continues shortly.
Sunsplash, ibi ìtànsán tí ń tàn sí kìtì. On the hills of Efwalaye and the vibrant waves, Efwalaye làwa tàbí dàbíàrú, tàbí yòwè. Keep it locked on the dial. Sunsplash FM, the lively choice.
Welcome back. Moving on to the rest of the news. The House of Representatives Committee investigating the operations of the controversy Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council has directed The Inspector General of Police, Olatuji Disu, to produce the self-acclaimed Director General of the organization, Adeyemi Adeniyi, before it on Wednesday. The directive was issued today during the resumed investigative hearing at the National Assembly Complex, Abuja. Representing the IJ Assistant Commissioner of Police, Bashir Abdullahi, appeared before the committee and was instructed to ensure Adeyemi's appearance by noon on Wednesday to assist lawmakers in their ongoing investigation into the activities of the organization. The directive followed the Nigerian Police Force's confirmation of key aspects of its criminal investigation, including petitions from the Office of the Chief of Staff to the President alleging that Adeyemi frequently presented himself as the Director General of both the Presidential Economic Advisory Council and the Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council. In the meantime, the House of Representatives investigation into the operations of the controversial Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council took a dramatic turn today after the Accountant General of the Federation, Samsudeen Ogunjimi, revealed that a forged State House letter was used to obtain official government recognition for the fake agency. Appearing before the House Ad Hoc Committee probing the circumstances surrounding the establishment and operations of the Council, Ogunjimi disclosed that the Office of the Accountant General acted on what appeared to be an authentic correspondence from the Presidency requesting the creation of an administrative code for the PIFC, only for investigations to later establish that the letter did not originate from the State House. As it sits today, the committee also directed the Inspector General of Police to produce Adeyemi before lawmakers by noon on Wednesday to answer questions relating to the alleged forgery of official government documents and the operations of the purported presidential agency. The committee is expected to conclude its investigation with recommendations on possible administrative, legislative, and criminal actions against those found culpable. Moving on, the All Progressives Congress has criticized former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi over his criticism of the economic reforms introduced by President Bola Tinubu's administration. The party insisted that Nigeria needs policy continuity rather than a fresh economic direction ahead of the 2027 general elections. The APC National Vice Chairman Southeast, Dr. Ijoma Arujobu, made her remarks while reacting to Obi's interview on China's television, where the former Anambra State Governor said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should step aside, stating that the country was headed in the wrong direction under Tinubu's leadership. Obi had described that Tinubu's administration agenda as one of failure and renewed hopelessness, and that Nigeria required a different leadership approach to address its economic and governance challenges. He urged Nigerians to continue supporting the federal government's economic reform agenda ahead of the 2027 elections. Moving to business news. The federal government has expressed deep concern over the escalating hostilities between the Houthis in Yemen and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, warning that any destruction of negotiation in the Red Sea could severely affect global oil supplies, maritime trade, and the world economy. Speaking at a press briefing in Abuja today, the spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimebi Ebiafar, said Nigeria remained neutral in the conflict but urged all parties to embrace dialogue and diplomacy to prevent further escalation. Ebiafar said that latest tensions in the Red Sea come amid the unresolved disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, and the prolonged Russia-Ukraine conflict pose serious risks to global energy security and international commerce. On the possible impact of the crisis on Nigeria's oil export, MF acknowledged that rice supply disruptions elsewhere could temporarily favor Nigerian crude. Prolonged instability would ultimately disrupt global shipping and increase transportation costs. Moving to sports news. Oluwadamilola Oriofe Adeolu, a 14-year-old Ehiti-born student of Team Nigeria's good winning team squad at the 2026 Spelling Bee World Cup in Shanghai, has been awarded with a 2.5 million euro scholarship, a brand new laptop, and full scholarship to acquire any digital skill of her choice. The life-changing announcement was made during a special airspace hosted by Bamidele Matches Akilaye, founder of Luminum Minds Academic Services Limited and convener of Spellinura, to celebrate Team Nigeria's historical achievement at the World Cup and discussion the future of spelling bee competitions in Nigeria. The education support package was announced by Dr. Ayilola Ayotomiwa, a UK-based Nigerian medical doctor, researcher, ECFMG certified physician, philanthropist, and founder popularly known as Ayilola of Nigeria, or the laptop guy. Still on sport news, her former international footballer Segun Onkarin and a fugitive drug kingpin Nochoruka Shinedo have been sentenced to a combined 24 years imprisonment by the Federal High Court in Lagos for importing cocaine into Nigeria. Justice Mokakakaki handed down the sentences after finding the dual guilty of offences relating to the unlawful importation of 7.5 kilograms of cocaine. According to a statement today by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency's spokesman, Femi Babafemi, Shinedo was first arraigned in September 2015 over the importation of 6.25 kilograms of cocaine, but absconded after being granted bail, remaining at large for nearly 10 years. The agency said he was rearrested on June 24, 2025 at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, while he attempted to smuggle another 800 grams of cocaine into the country aboard on Ethiopian Airlines flight from Addis Ababa. Reacted to the judgment, NDLEA Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Brigadier General Muhammad Bubamawa, described the conviction as a reaffirmation of the judiciary's commitment to combating drug trafficking. Manchester United defender Lisandro Martins has rejected criticism directed at Argentina following the team's controversial campaign at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. This is as he insisted there is no real reason for people to hate the national team. Argentina lost 1-0 to Spain in the final after Ferran Torres scored in extra time to hand La Roja a historic second World Cup title. However, the result was overshadowed by growing criticism by the Celestials' conduct during the tournament. The Argentina team faced accusations from some observers of playing overly aggressively, while several incidents, including those surrounding the final and the team's celebrations during the competition, fueled debate about the players' behavior. Moving to the news beyond Nigeria. A British funeral director faced prison today over a scandal that saw bodies left uncremated while relatives were handed over people's ashes, sparking chaos for better recognition of the industry. An ex-employee described Robert Bush funeral parlor as something from her scene. Prosecutor Chris Pastor said at the start of a 5-day sentencing hearing. Police searched his premises after her tip-off found 31 bodies in a cold storage area that should have been cremated much earlier, including a stillborn baby that had been there for almost 2 years. They also found more than 106 of ashes. The sentencing hearing is to hear statements from over 100 victims. Bush has admitted dozens of charges, including preventing lawful and decent burial, theft, and fraud. 4 of the fraud charges involved falsely presenting ashes to women as the remains of their unborn children. And to wrap up the news for News Spectrum on Sunsplash FM, here are the top stories once again. Supreme Court judgment offers Oyebanji fresh opportunity. Federal Reps order Inspector General to produce fake agency DG Adeyemi within 48 hours. To business news, Red Sea hostilities could disrupt global oil supply, maritime trade says. To sport news, matching slants anti-Argentina criticism after 2026 World Cup. To the news beyond Nigeria, 31 bodies found as UK funeral director faces jail. And there is each news update for 5 o'clock on Sunsplash FM. Thank you for listening. Have a great and wonderful evening.